Alright, what's up guys and girls, and welcome back to more Steins Gate on the PlayStation Vita. This game is new to the PS3 and the Vita. It's been out for a while in Japan and stuff like that, and I believe it also came to the PC, probably other consoles as well, but it's what I'm aware of. So I know nothing about Steins Gate. This is the first time I've actually dived into the series. What I do know so far, which has happened is, okay, the last thing which did happen, we sent a text to our buddy who's on screen right now, Hashida, and it was about the dead girl we saw, Kurisu. And once we sent that text, everything around us just like changed, everyone around us disappeared, and now it's led us to here, our laboratory. So we're going to continue on. I sweep my hair back and flash a devilish grin. Oh. By the way, this is the exact point where we finished in the last episode, so if you don't remember what happens, just go back and watch the last 5 minutes, and we can continue on here. This fat, bespectacled guy is my brother-in-arms and right-hand man, Hashida Ataru, nicknamed Daru. He's a hardcore otaku. You can always find him in front of the computer, playing games and watching anime. He has 2D wives on whom he cheats with 3D maids. I don't agree with his preferences, but to him, anything's fine as long as it's Mo. He's a reliable and skilled partner who brings my ideas to fruition. Despite his insistence that software is his forte, he shows remarkable aptitude with hardware as well. Over here, nursing a prickled finger, we have Shina Mayuri, a 17-year-old high school student. If you can believe it, I've known her since we were both small. She's also an otaku. Nowhere near Daru's level though. This ditzy girl is in charge of the lab's official costume division for women, and today she's working on costumes at her usual leisurely pace. Why does the future gadget laboratory need costumes for women? It doesn't. The truth is that Mayuri is completely useless. It's a bit harsh. Still, there's no way I would ever kick her out. After all, she was the first one to join the Future Gadget Laboratory. I still remember the day Mayuri first came to the lab. It was spring. She said to me, well, that certainly was cryptic. But her offer was my salvation. But she was the first to join me on my magnificent quest. She saved me from a solitary life on the run from the organization. I will never forget her kindness. Mayuri doesn't have to be useful. Her being here is enough. Alpaca-man's this game you can see on screen right now. The human's face alpaca in Cyber Monitor was completely unresponsive. So unresponsive, you'd think the game was bugged. Whatever, I give up. They actually just bought this game for like 500 yen, and for some reason, it may not be working, I don't know, but never again will I play this boring game. I curse his name and smack the TV. As soon as I do, the TV makes a sound like it's shorted, and then the screen goes blank. I change the channel. Nothing. Check the power cable. Nothing. Whack it again. Nothing. I guess it's broken. Damn. This crummy TV is on lease from the Broom Tube workshop downstairs. It's probably just old. I turn off the TV and lie down on the couch. I'm fed up with the humidity of Japanese summers. I stare at a conspicuous stain on the ceiling while fanning myself. I close my eyes, and what naturally comes to mind is that impossible scene I saw an hour ago. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Everything around us just suddenly disappeared, and as I left Radikan, everyone vanished before my eyes. I can't explain it. And it wasn't just for people on the street. So yeah, so what he saw was a dead girl lying in a pool of blood, and that kind of like freaked him out, as it would with anyone. But yes, what's going on right now? The people in the stores gone, in the restaurants gone, even the cars vanished, drivers and all. And it all happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, an empty city spread before me. I could still hear the music from the stores, but those catchy melodies were the only sounds of life remaining. Heat was rising from the asphalt in waves, but I felt only a cold chill down my spine. I just stood there breathless until Miyori's voice brought me back to reality. Miyori hadn't disappeared. She was right there, looking at me with questioning eyes. Panic to hold as the enormity of what had just happened struck me. Unable to control myself, I grabbed Miyori by her slender shoulders and shook her. Miyori's head flopped back and forth from my shaking. I stopped shaking her and looked straight into her eyes. She returned my gaze with eyes clear as glass marbles. Her reply didn't make any sense. How could she laugh at a time like this? I always thought she was a bit strange, but maybe her brain is actually broken. I realized that she couldn't help me. With nowhere else to turn, I looked up at the bright blue sky. There wasn't a cloud in sight, the scorching summer sun shone bright through the gaps between Akiba's buildings. Naturally, my eyes drifted to the top floor of Radikan, where I had been just a moment before. So I believe this Akihabara is a place in Japan, if I'm correct. Might not be correct, but I think that's what it is. But there it was, an enormous machine, like some kind of satellite, embedded in the roof of the building where not 5 minutes before, I had found Mikisi Kurisu's body in a pool of blood. What happened to her? Just before everyone disappeared, I could have sworn I heard an ambulance siren. Mikisi Kurisu might still be in that dark, narrow passageway, cold, bloody and alone. The thought disturbed me, but the question at the forefront of my mind was, right before Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, the building shook like a bomb had exploded. The roof door lock had been broken, and beyond it someone had placed a satellite-like machine shrouded in smoke and glowing dust. When I first saw it, the satellite was on the rooftop. But that's not what I was seeing now. This satellite had penetrated the top floor of the building, obliterating the room where Dr. Nakabachi's press conference had been held. It must have fallen out of orbit without burning up in the atmosphere somehow. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen? A huge kaplow? It certainly did make a sound, but I don't think it was a kaplow. I'd say it was more like a zzz. Had I lost my mind? what I had seen didn't match at all with what Miyuri was saying. Suddenly, nothing seemed real. Had I dreamt it all? Just then, a uniformed policeman ran up to us, his expression stern.
ここで何をやっているんだ。ここらは今立ち入り禁止だ。すぐに出て行きなさい。
ごめんなさい。
それより制服警官さん、仮にあなたを警官 A と名付けるが、一つ聞きたいことがあるんです。
警官 A って。
今ここで数千人の通行人が一瞬で消えたんです。あなたも見ましたよね。
見ていない。いいから早く出て行け。
I was quickly losing confidence in my own memories. I decided to tell him about Mikise Kirisu's and get him to call an ambulance, but before I could,
さっきから何をバカなことばかり言っているんだ。
the policeman took me by the upper arm and said, "No one got stabbed at Radican." What? How could he say that with such certainty? While I was still trying to comprehend the situation, the policeman forcefully led us away. We were escorted up to UPX and released. There were people at UPX like usual. Actually, there were far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just as Officer A had said, Chidori had been blockaded by police, so nobody could enter. There was nothing we could do, so we headed back to the lab. And that brings us to the present. I'm baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Nakabachi's presentation really happen? I check online for any news. The net is buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into the Radican. All of the major situations in Tokyo, even TOTV, are running special bulletins about it. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but Chiridori is still closed off. Akihabara Station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody has mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Akiba's streets, nor about Mikise Kirisu's murder. It's all a mystery. A mystery? From the sofa I spring to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Dura and Miyuri turn and stare.
これもすべて機関の隠蔽工作ということだな。警察にすら圧力をかけられるということは、この国の中枢ももはや奴らの手の内にあるということ。なんということだ。
He talks a lot about this organization. I'm still not really familiar with who they are right now, but I don't think he's actually introduced us to them yet.
だが、俺の目はごまかせんぞ。いつか必ず奴らの所業を暴き、その支配構造に終止符を打ってやる。
Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory bottle of Dr. P, my favorite soda, from the fridge. The lab has no air conditioning. Ice cold drinks are essential.
頭脳労働の後のドクターペッパーは相変わらず最高にうまいな。
コーラの方がよくね？
オカリンは本当にドクターペッパーさんが大好きだよね。
この知的飲料の良さがわからないやつは人生の5分の1を損しているぞ。うわ
Step through the curtain dividing its center, and you'll enter the heart of the future's gadget laboratory, the development room. Just as the name implies, this is the room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say it is strictly off limits to outsiders. Yes, I know the setup is cheap. I would much rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. I poke the root and bid him to follow me into the development room. All of the windows here are weather stripped with pack and tape, so it's dim and hot, almost like a sauna. I've been wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. We're currently accepting donations. Upon entering the development room, I pick up the lab coat that's lazily draped on the chair and put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development room, for practical reasons, as well as symbolic ones. Drew, however, refuses to wear his. Putting it on and taking it off is apparently too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's men like him who give our generation a bad name. His lab coat purchased from my own pocket money, might add, just sits on the shelf. It's never been worn and probably never will be.
ダル、計画は順調に推移しているか？計画って何ぞ？
Daru gives me a blank look. I sigh and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. Sitting majestically on top of the table is a commercial-grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than newer home models.
計画は計画だ。8号機の調整以外に何があるというのか？ああ、そのこと。いきなり計画とか言うから何事かと思った。そろそろお前との付き合いも3年半ほどに。
We went to high school together, and now we're going to the same university. We share an inseparable bond, like prison cellmates. He's only been a lab member for 2 months though.
高2の時はクラス別でほとんど喋んなかったじゃん。だから実質2年半じゃね？
So 2 years.
細かいことはどうでもいい。それほどの付き合いの長さなのだから、いい加減俺の会話についてこられるようになってくれ。それは無理。
Awkward silence. Man, all I want to do was have one of those cool cryptic conversations where we talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff, but no one knows what it means, except us. Shot down again.
それで、8号機の不調の原因究明は進んだか？いや、まだ。
So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has completed a total of 8 inventions. As I explained to Alpaca Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Dominion, led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. At present, we haven't completed any inventions of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we have managed to create some ingenious futurish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. It is a fundamental truth of science that great inventions are often created by accident. In other words, serendipity, yeah, whatever that says there. Allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. Gadgets number 1, the bit particle gun. Gadget number 2, the bamboo helicam. Gadget number 3, could this be aura? Gadget number 4, mode snake. Gadget number 5, once again I've made a worthless object by Goman. Gadget number 6, the saloon saber. Gadget number 7, the ghost in the ball. They can all be seen on the website Drew made, so feast your eyes upon the product of a man-scientist genius. Anyway, our current problem is future gadget number 8, the phone wave, name subject to change. Phone wave is pretty a weak name, so I've added name subject to change to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was Mayuri's idea, not mine. When a future gadget is completed, the 3 of us discuss what to name it. I prefer names based on mythology, or names with hidden meanings that need extra explanation to understand. Daru thinks my naming style too ridiculous. He just doesn't have a passion for words like I do. Mayuri can't be bothered to remember difficult names. She says they don't fit in her head. And so our opinions on gadget names are always split. But I digress. The phone wave, name subject to change, is in a short remote controlled microwave. You put food into the microwave before you leave, then on your way back, call the attached cell phone to start the heating process. Viola, hot food ready for your arrival. So it's basically a piece of junk. A few days ago, however, we discovered that the phone wave, name subject to change, has a second, unintended capability. Our brave, or possibly just ditzy, Mayuri had made it her daily routine to heat some frozen fried chicken by remote control. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1 as usual when the unexpected happened. The chicken came out more frozen than when she put it in. The microwave refroze the chicken. Since then, Drew and I have been searching for the cause.
マユシがやった状況を再現して何度も実験したけど、冷凍できたりできなかったりだし、バナナを冷凍してみようとしたら、さらにへんてこなことになったし、さっぱりわかんない。
Drew, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his shirt. I know what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can make it happen again.
マユリ、マユリ、ここにバナナを持て。
またゲルバナ作るの？
前から気になってたけどさ、マユシ。ゲルバナって略さないでくんない？
してね。ゲルバナはゲルバナだもん。
I take the bananas from Miori and stick the whole bunch into the phone wave. Name subject to change.
なんでいつも一房丸ごと入れるの？もったいないよ。
ケチケチしていては機関との戦いに勝利することなどできんぞ。
勝たなくてもいいよ。あのね、バナナはマユシーが買ってきてるんだからね。おかげでマユシーはちっともバナナが食べられません。
次からは1本ずつ使うことも検討しよう。
But I already put the whole bunch in, so I ignore her hungry complaints. The phone wave, blah de blah, is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped on. The number is already in my address book, I just need to call the phone wave. Now, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and coat pockets. Let's press the phone triggers button and call the cell phone and make a call to the phone wave. Name subject to change. It allows to confirm controller settings from okay, cool. So it looks like we're going to be controlling this part by ourselves. Now, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and coat pockets. Let's press the, I think it's the triangle button. Okay, maybe not. Settings from the config. Okay. Alright, my bad guys. Let me just check out these buttons because I have no idea what everything's assigned to. Config. Change page. Buttons. Where do we have our buttons? Controller type. Alright, cool. Phone triggers is the triangle button. And yeah, I think that's all we need. So let's give this a shot. Alright, cool. So that's the phone now up. And then from here, open the mailbox. Alright, cool. So we want to make a phone call, open the mailbox. Okay, we've only got... Okay, we've got these three options. Open the address book, phone wave, here we go. Telephone call. Alright, sorry guys, I actually took a bit of getting used to. I'm connected.
RENG こちらは電話レンジかっこ仮です。
This is the voice of Mayushi Guidance, the system Daru programmed to operate the phone wave.
マユシーの声聞こえてきた？
少し黙れ。マユシーガイダンスが聞こえなくなる。
So I believe that's actually her voice on the phone wave, I'm guessing.
こちらからタイマー操作ができます。シャープボタンを押した後、温めたい秒数をプッシュしてください。例えば1分ならシャープ60、2分なら
Alright, cool, we got it. We got it.
20。
Entering the command properly will cause the phone wave to function like a normal microwave. Instead, we're going to deliberately mess up and enter 120 seconds. Alright, cool, so hashtag 120. So we've got 2 minutes on this. When I enter the command, the phone wave starts up with a low hum.
これ普通の温めじゃね?
Crap, I messed up. Dang it. We just wasted the bananas. I immediately shut it off. Okay, maybe we didn't. Let's try again. This time we're going to ignore the guidance and enter 120 hashtag. That should do it. Alright, so kind of like a reverse kind of thing here. This method was originally a simple mistake on Mayuri's part, but it somehow starts the freezing process. The phone wave comes to life. The turntable begins to rotate. The turntable, sorry.
綺麗なターンテーブルだろう。
Nice turntable.
普段と違って逆回転してるんだぜそれ。
何？逆回転？
I never noticed that.
そこに重大な意味があるかもしれない。漁師の振る舞いにも影響してくる問題であり、奮闘の規則を導入して。
あるわ。ねえよ。
ないか。
ないね。
そうか。
The three of us wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds pass, the microwave chimes. Mayuri takes the bananas out.
ゲルバナの出来上がり。
the bananas have become not bananas. The Gelenshish blobs coated with a thin membrane. After Mayuri discovered that the foam wave had a freezing function, we attempted to freeze a bunch of bananas. This is what happened. It just gets more confusing each time. Sure does.
ダルよ、このバナナ食べてみようとは思わないか思うはずだ。我らの理念達成の犠牲となり散ったダルに敬礼。
すげえまずそうじゃん。
味は関係ない。食べることに意味があるのだ。さあダルよ、遠慮することはない。骨は拾ってやるから思い切ってズズイと行くがいい。
いらね。
ではマユリ、お前にその名誉を譲ろう。
This guy is kind of harsh.
なんかね、ゲルバナは中身がデロデロでブニュブニュだったよ。
Wait, she already tried one?
味もしないし、
It had no flavor.
全然美味しくなかった。
デロデロでブニュブニュか。ダルよ、どう思う？
ブニュブニュバナナか。ブニュブニュのバナナ。マユシ、あなたのバナナブニュブニュだねって言ってみて。
ダルくん、鼻血出てる。
Oh shoot, it is.
いいから言ってみてください。お願いします。
あなたのバナナブニュブ。
Do you think that turns him on? Your banana's all soft and...
言わせるな、手の額。
I think it actually does. Oh shoot. Daru retreats after I hit him with a tissue box. Mayuri looks at us with an innocent smile. She doesn't get it, obviously. Anyway.
ゲル状になったということは反固形。すなわち、分子同士の結びつきが弱くなっている可能性がある。
What could have partially liquefied the bananas?
そうか、わかったぞ。
He's got it. I turn to the whiteboard and write freezing in the middle. Then I cross it out and slap the board with my hand.
俺たちは冷凍機能だと思い込んでいたが、実は違ったのだよ。
A bold statement, if I do say so myself. So why isn't anyone surprised?
さあお前たち、なんだってと叫ぶがいい。ここは叫ぶところだ。
Their reactions are pathetically weak. Mayuri probably didn't even understand half of what I said.
冷凍機能じゃないのは分かってるっつうの。問題は、じゃあこの機能って何ぞ？何が起きてんの？ってことじゃん。
冷凍の逆なら解凍じゃないのかな。
実に愚鈍な意見だな、マユリ。それでは普通の電子レンジと同じではないか。
じゃあどういうこと？
それが分かんないから悩んでるんだお。
He's right. To be honest, I haven't a clue. In any case, there's nothing we can do about it right now. It's time for Daru and I to head to Debaru. Debaru? That may sound right, I don't know. But anyway, we're going to wrap things up here, guys. If you do want to see more, hope you can find out about those mystery bananas and see what's going to happen next. I'm really intrigued in what's going on right now. It may not seem to be making sense to you right now, but I'm pretty sure it will in the long run. And yeah, guys, if you do want to see more, don't hesitate to let me know. And until next time, have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. See ya.